Hello and welcome. I'm Jennifer. I'm the owner of Pearls of Wisdom, co-owner of Mainline Pearls, and today we are going to talk about how to do a folded hem. I have the Vanilla pattern from Sari Nordlund. Here's a beautiful picture of her wearing the sweater. You cannot see this detail on this sweater here. It's actually quite detailed, and it was a trickier than usual lace work. Maybe tricky isn't the right word, but it's challenging. Uh, but it is a beautiful drape to it. And you can see here at the bottom, this is a rolled hem. I'm sorry, folded hem. And you can almost see the edge where it was tacked down. Not in a bad way, but you can see it on the sleeves. So I'm going to show you on the sweater. This is 29 Bridges Lyric Sock in color Little Miss Sunshine. And here's my top unblocked. You can see how complicated that lace is. So a folded hem is where you typically make one row. You have one garter ridge, which is accomplished by purling a row when you are knitting in the round. And then you knit, in this case, 8 more rows, and then this is going to be folded over and tacked down. Now, I don't think you should block this, and I'll tell you why before you do this, because this edge here, which is your cast off edge, is not connected to anything. If you block this, this is likely to get more stretched out than the rest of the fabric. And what that's going to mean is then when you go to tack it down, you're going to have to ease it in. So I think it makes more sense to do this prior to blocking. So I have started by, I left a fairly long tail when I cast off. I will not be able to do it all with this, but I tacked down the end here. This is where I cast off. This is my tail, and I just tacked it down. And I chose a row that made sense to me. You don't want to stretch it. You're not going to pull it out like this. You're folding it, by the way, you're folding it at the purl ridge, the garter ridge there, purl bumps. You don't want to stretch it out, but neither do you want to have it like this, where it's puckering a little bit. So it's sort of just laying it flat. Now, whatever row I chose here, we're going to follow that row all the way around. But before we do that, I think one of the most important steps is to measure out about halfway. And I'm not going to use a tape measure. I'm just going to stretch it. And I'm using this end here as the starting point. I'm going to put my finger there, and I'm just going to pull this out. And wherever it lands over here, I am going to put a stitch marker and tack this down. I'm not so worried about which row I'm attaching it to, because as we come around with the needle, we will adjust that. But I just want to make sure, take as much fabric as I can, make it a little tight here. So what we want to do, and you could use seaming pins and seam the, tack the whole thing down. I don't think that's necessary. I just think that as you go along, you're just going to want to check that and make sure that it is not puckering and that you're doing this evenly. I'll show you what I mean when I get to that, closer to that. So all you have to do, again, keeping the same row, all you have to do is kind of a little overstitch. So this is the row that I'm using. And I'm just going to come up, I'm going to take both edges of that cast off. And then I'm going to find that row over here a little bit. You don't have to do every single stitch. feel like if you're careful and you flatten it like this, it won't pucker. And you're just going to do that all the way around. So what I mean is you're going to check it periodically. Here's my other edge. And I'm just going to go, it becomes more useful the closer you get. You don't want to wait till the last minute, and I'm just going to go like this around. And kind of make sure that I'm not going to come up with a big gaping where this would have to be really stretched out, or it would be like this. Again, it's not super useful right now because I have such a long way to go. Probably the most useful time to do this is when you're at the very end, because if this were my end, if I were coming up to this, you can see that this is pretty even. But if this were my end and I was coming around the other end of the circle and this were up like this, suppose this were tacked down already, and this were like this, you don't want that. That's too much to try to ease in, so you're going to have to undo some of your stitches. But as long as you check it periodically, and as I said, they make seaming pins. You could tack this down all the way around, and that would eliminate any guesswork. And once it's finished, you're going to have that nice edge.